Welcome back to the Electrician's 2 channel. Let me get right to the point. I've been meaning to do a review of these two instruments for a very long time, but I wasn't able to because I didn't have all the parts, meaning that I had one instrument, one scope meter, and I didn't have the other, meaning that I had this one first and this one came second. But I've been wanting to do a comparison between the two for quite some time, like I just said. And the reason why is because I was looking through the manual and the data sheet for this TPI, and I ran across a sheet that says that TPI said that this meter here is better than, you can compare this meter and its features and to this 123 industrial scope meter by FLUKE. And just to show you what I'm talking about, this is it right here. And I'll bring that closer right here, where they say you can compare the TPI 440 scope meter and all of its features to the FLUKE 123. And if you look, these are all the things right here that they say that this meter can do. And these are all the features right here. So I'm going to call out a few of them for you, the features for you, and then I want to get right on with the review because this may take a little while, and I don't want to hold up all your time, and I don't like doing long reviews. So I'm going to get this over as quick as possible, and I'm gonna compare the features, and I'm gonna do a few minor tests, and then I'll pick the one that I think is the best. Now, I don't want you to think that just because you see a FLUKE here, as most people in their mind, when they see a FLUKE on the table, they automatically wins. No, not all the time. Not all the time. Majority of the time, but not all the time. Now, because this meter here, the TPI, this is a pretty good scope meter also. So let me just read across some of the features that they say on this paper that it has. It has 20 megahertz. Both of them have that. It's a cursor readout. They both have that. Decibels, yes. Pre and post triggering, trend mode, dual input, true RMS digital multimeter, real-time sample rate, and bright LCD backlit display. Optically insulated RSD 232 output, that's for the computer, and continuous auto set. Now, the applications that they say you can use this one for is, they say power quality, variable speed drives, industrial motor controls, battery testing, programmable logic controllers, that's PLCs, NC and CNC machines, uninterruptible power supplies, that's a UPS, audio, video, industrial lighting controls, factory automation, line conditioners, voltage regulators, inverters, gaming industry, and I guess some other things too if you choose to use it for. But anyway, what they're telling me basically, or telling us, that this device here can pack a punch. I have no doubt. I have no doubt at all. Now, I do want to, a lot of you probably used the FLUKE before or probably own one. I just want to do it, and I just want to do the comparison because a lot of you may not, this may be your first time seeing this one before, or maybe you have seen it on eBay before and just brushed it off. Well, I'm not going to say the color is really attractive, yeah, and all the colors are not really attractive, but this is a pretty good scope meter. Now, the test leads that you see at the top here doesn't belong to this. These are FLUKE cheated cables here because this unit came with standard test leads and probes, just standard test leads and probes with the RS optical adapter. I don't have that optical adapter, but I do have the original charger and everything else, and I do have some original test leads, but I didn't want to use those. I wanted to use the sheeted cables because those are pretty nice. So I used some of the FLUKEs in here. So what I want to do, I'm going to do comparative features for what all the meters have and what you see in the front, and we're going to go through the screen display, and we're going to do a few simple tests, and I'll make my decision. Now, don't forget if you guys don't forget to leave a comment if you guys choose to hit the subscribe button also, and hit that like button. Share the video. That will help the channel to grow. Okay, so let me just turn this back on. And I had it charging in, but I have one of these power adapters, and I didn't turn the power adapter on. But anyway, I didn't. I have it plugged in, and I didn't want anything to shut off while we doing this review. So let's just get into some of the features right now. Let me see. I'm going to turn them both towards you guys, and we're going to go through the screen. Right now it's set on ohms. So let me bring this a little bit closer and let you guys see it. Now, that flickering that you see, that's just something that happens with the camera. It's not the screen. The screen is nice and clear and steady, but it's not the camera. So, 1, 2. I'm changing the contrast of brightness. Let me see. I have to go 10 times. There we go. All right. So let's go to, that's right now is on ohms. So let's go to channel A. See how what they both have on channel A, as far as the input is concerned, the features. You both see the features that they do have. They don't have much. I mean, this one don't have much to offer. Not like the FLUKE does. I'm gonna just zoom you in a little bit closer so you can see everything that's on the FLUKE. Volts AC, volts DC, volts AC plus DC, decibels, ohms, continuity, diode, capacitance, hertz, amps, temperature, peak, duty cycle, pulse width, crest, and phase angle. So let me just turn you around here, and we can take a look at this one. It's not much to offer, but no, hold on a minute. Let me get out of here. Yeah, that was it right there. It's not much to offer, but AC, DC, frequency, ohms, that's the beep. You want the beep when you're doing continuity or whatever, and the diode test. It doesn't have capacitance. Okay, so that's I got to take away for that one. So that don't compare with the FLUKE. So let's go to channel B. Oh, yeah, I want to get out of there. Okay, channel B. And let's go to channel B here. Well, there was channel B. So let me just go to A since we did B. So that's B, and that's A. A on FLUKE have basically the same thing that channel B has. Everything channel B has. This one has a little bit more than channel A did. It just has off on AC/DC frequency, and it shows the millivolts that you may want, and so AC amps and so on and so forth. DC amps. That's about it. Now, it's not too much compared to the. Let me just back up some, so I want you to see them side by side. What's really useful, it would be the one that the FLUKE has. So I'm gonna give that round to the FLUKE because the FLUKE does have a lot of useful features or measurements that I can use. But anyway, let me get out of this and let's try auto and see what happens. Nothing. Okay, they both have auto. I tell you what, let me just pull back and let you guys look at the features. The front, the soft keys. They both kind of look similar, but they both have, I would say, the same thing. They're just located in different places. I believe the FLUKE came out with this meter before TPI. I think they did. But anyway, they both have similar soft keys. They can, I guess, for patent purposes, they couldn't put everything in the same spot because of that reason. But most of the stuff are in the same spot. A few other things are moved around. So let's go to, let's press scope and see what happens here. All right, they say that's scope input. Let me just back up a minute. I'll put it closer so you guys can see. Scope input. AC. Let me try menu here. Now that's the scope input for this one, for the TPI. It has AC, DC, I guess that's ground right here. Mode will be auto, normal, single, glitch, and B has the same thing that A have, except that B have an off switch, or off. I guess you could turn that channel off. Now, looking at the FLUKE, it has the same thing: DC, AC, normal, invert, DC, AC, normal, inverting, off. And I would say that's probably the same thing. And at the bottom, probe select, probe adjust, scope options, probe, and trigger, and the enter. Okay, so I will say they both have about the same, except they have the glitch in here and they have the invert or what have you. But anyway, let's move on, moving right along. All right. So, and then let's go to, they have a user right here. Let me just get out of this. Let's go to user. User brings up the exit, contrast, and the RS-232C, and the power down. So I'm gonna do the user on the FLUKE. On the FLUKE, what it has, the user, options, grid type, meaning the grid, the divisions. You can either have it in dotted lines dots, or you have it in lines. And the date, time adjust, auto set adjust, and the power down. Kind of like what this one has, but it's a little bit more. Okay, so let's get out of this. And exit out of there. They both have chargers. You can charge them both up on the side. This is how the back look of the FLUKE. And this is how the back look for this one. Not too much of a difference, but it is a difference, but I'm not sure. I think it's isolated up here for the FLUKE. I don't think this one is isolated. Remember, just to let you know that they did come out with two versions of this TPI 460. This one, if you look at it, they have a single input up here. And they came out with another scope meter, but this one had sheeted cables. And just to show you how the sheeted cables look, they look identical to the FLUKE, except they have this on the end. And as far as the tip is concerned, this is the FLUKE's, and this is their version of them. Their version have these little lines, I guess, for holding your hand, but they both have this little hole where you connect the ground clamp at right here. Put it in there, and if you probe in a board or something, you can still use. You can use that, but they both feel the same, almost look the same. If you could just look at them both right here, kind of like look the same. And this one has like a thread round if you want to clamp, put some croc clips on there, the little small ones on there. This one, FLUKE's, it don't. You have to get the slide on for this one. But as far as that's concerned, both of them all look the same, except like I told you, this one have 2 ports, and this one, 2 inputs, and this one just have the single one. So put that back over there. Now, as far as the backlight is concerned, the FLUKE does look a little bit brighter than this one. The FLUKE does look a little bit brighter than. Get out of here. Back up some. Trying to get that light out. The FLUKE do look a little bit brighter than this TPI, but they both are nice and clear. This is just because it looks a little bit brighter. The LEDs look a little bit brighter. Doesn't mean that this isn't clear. This one is still nice and clear and bright, but the FLUKE look a little bit brighter than this one is concerned. All right, and they both have trigger. You can have both have trigger. Let's find out what happens with the trigger. Okay, trigger level. Let's try that. No, trigger slope. Let's try trigger slope. See what happens. Okay. Let me just get out of there because nothing seemed to be happening. But anyway, but I don't have it plugged to anything anyway, so for no power for the trigger itself to set the trigger. But as far as the weight, both of them have the weight to them. It's not real heavy. I would say probably what maybe a pound or two each. How much they weigh. And let me see what else I can just tell you about the guy about this. Let me try something else here and see what it does. Let's try to exit. I think I've been there already with the scope. Okay, the probe adjust. To show you guys how that look. Probe adjust will be probe select, whatever probe that you want, A or B, and you want 1-to-1 or 10-to-1, and the FLUKE have the same thing. All right. If you want to do the probes, just the probe. AC probe if you want to adjust 10-to-1 or whatever you want to do. So that's that. Now, what I want to do is also I want to do the few tests that I do have here, guys. Won't be a lot, but this one has capacitance, this one don't. So the test's going to be kind of limited. I went through most of the, as far as the battery time for it to charge it, they both like 4 hours to charge it, 4 or 5 hours to charge it, and with the backlight on, you make it run in like 5-6 hours. Backlight off, maybe a little bit longer. But I like to keep them charged up, at least most of the time. But anyway, I do have some resistors here, the ones I've been using for a while. And also this one has temperature also. This one, but no, they both have temperature. But you need the adapter. There's an adapter that comes with these. Not the K-type thermocouple, not that. It's another adapter that they want you to use. I don't have one of those for either a tester, so we're gonna bypass that. So, but what I'm gonna do with this, with the TPI is, I have this potentiometer. I have these two resistors here, one for 70,000 ohms and one for 40,000 ohms. I'm going to use those two, and I just want to see just how well they both measure those. Like I said before, guys, not a whole lot I'm going to do because I don't like doing long videos. I don't really like watching them, so I don't want to hold up your time. So let me get this together, and I'm going to do the 40,000 watt resistor first, and I'm going to use the sheeted cable. Just back this up some so you guys can see. So all right, this is for the TPI. All right, let me just adjust this some so you guys can see. All right, here we are. We set it on ohms. You can only do the ohms measurements with channel A. So channel A, ohms. And this is the 40,000 ohm. I wrote it on there so I won't. I don't know if you can see it on here. You might can see it. Maybe can't focus on. It's right there, but it's real light. Anyway, let me just show you what I'm talking about. All right, it's 40,000 ohms. You see it up in the left-hand corner? I'll zoom you in just a little bit closer. All right, here we go. 40.2. You guys remember that? 40.2, 40.3. Okay. All right, that's let me do the FLUKE here. So already. All right. Same resistor. Same one. Let me just back out some. Same one. $40.1. So let me just zoom in so you can see that better. The same resistor. 40.1. They both spot on with that. Like I told you before, this TPI is not a slouch now. You know, it'll hold its own. So let's do the 70,000 now. Since I have this already hooked up, I'm gonna start with the FLUKE first. 70,000 ohms. And I know that you won't be able to see this one. There you go. Well, there we go. Almost. I'm trying to focus it right there. 70,000 ohms. Anyway, that's here we go again. 70,000. Let me just back up out of here. $67.1 ohms. Okay, let's do TPI now. That one was 67.1. TPI 67. Let it settle. 0.4. Very good. Very good. All right, so now this is do the TPI. I mean, I'll do the this potentiometer test right here. I'm gonna just hook it up and see just how. I'm gonna have to put this one on there. So. All right, so let me just, I'm gonna have to change out this change out this one because it don't have that pincher on it that I'm looking, that I need on one of the tests. Okay. All right, here we go. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just turn the potentiometer up how high as it go, whatever number that is. I'm gonna just see if the FLUKE will match it. So let me try this. with these kind of probes. This is a 10-to-1 probe, so let me put another probe on here. Let me use this one right here. Put a FLUKE, put it in here. All right, and I'm gonna put that. Okay, so here we are. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm about to turn it high as it goes. And whatever that stop, I'm gonna see if the FLUKE matches it. I've turned it low for just now, and I'm gonna see. Let me put you guys kind of closer so you can see. So we just lost a digit, okay, but it's going up. You can look at the bar graph, it's also going up too. Went up to 102.9 kilo ohms. I maxed it out, so let me just see if it'll hold that and see. 103. So it's holding. Let's try the FLUKE. Turn it back a little. Low as it go. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. Look at the bar graph. It's moving. Get you guys closer. Okay. Okay, it's almost there to 100. I think it was 102 something. Okay, that's maxed it out right there. So it's saying, you're right, 102 point, that was it. Good job. They both did it. As a matter of fact, we can look over here, I saved it. 103, 102.6, I mean, so they both are within spec. So now, I already told you that the TPI doesn't have capacitance, but I'm gonna do this and see if they would measure this capacitor that I'm gonna put up for the FLUKE, just see how high it'll go. That one doesn't have capacitance in it, so I'm gonna shorten this one out. This is a 1500 microfarad capacitor. And I also have a 500 microfarad capacitor. Just try both of them out to see. I'm just shortening both out. That way I can see. Okay. We are 500. put it on there? Yeah. So for the 500, it's saying it's only a 278.3 microfarads. Is what it is. But look down here. I don't know. Have you guys, maybe one of y'all can tell me about this. Look what it's saying at the bottom. The 500 microfarad range. I've never seen that before. So, but we'll see if that changes. If it automatically changes and tell you which. Now this is 1500. I'm gonna see if we're gonna say 1500 range down here. This is 1500. Let me just back out of this some. I'm wondering if it doesn't go up that high. That may be it. I don't think it goes up. Well, it's saying it goes up to at least 500. Yeah, it's not. But that's all this. And this, I know this one is when I tested on other unit testers, it's like 1.4. So it's not giving me an accurate reading on this one. Yeah, it's not giving me an accurate reading. I don't have any of my other testers around to check that out. But anyway, guys, tell you. So let me just make my decision right here. Of course, that this one, like I say, out of the box, this don't have as many accessories, which is talking about the TPI. The TPI doesn't have as many accessories as the FLUKE coming out of the box. FLUKE gives you sheeted cables. This doesn't standard cables. FLUKE gives you more features than this one does. And as far as the build quality, both are built pretty decent. The FLUKE, I'm thinking, is built a little bit more solid than this one is. As far as third-party testing, well, you know the FLUKE, it does that. TPI, they may have the basic testing, but the FLUKE go over and over, you know, and get things done as far as the testing is concerned. They both, what else I can tell you? They both are pretty accurate as far as the test that I gave them. They both are pretty accurate. But if I just had to choose one, they both have a lot of like PC. You can connect to PC. I don't have the software for the TPI, but I do have the one for the FLUKE. I've already downloaded that and put it on the computer, and it works just fine. I don't have the one for the TPI, so I don't know how well that worked. But overall, if I had to take one in the field with me, which one would I count on? Of course, that would be the FLUKE that I would count on. And with that being said, guys, the TPI is the loser out of these two. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the little comparisons, guys. I don't have a lot of things to test it with, but the little test that I did do, the little simple test that I did do was enough for me. This is basically my opinion. You have a right to disagree with me. And if you do and you want to voice it, put in the text, just tell me why. Just tell me why you disagree with me saying that the FLUKE won and the TPI is the loser. Guys, you take care. And until next time, peace out.